I'm recording from the webcam on my little dinky laptop today because I don't have batteries for my camera. So this is how it's gonna have to be for a while. And I hate it because my lips don't match the voice. Today I'm gonna give you another Brashology lesson. And it's still the Norse. I'm not gonna just jump randomly to another type of myth. We're sticking with Norse till I'm done. Last time I talked to you a little bit about Vikings and, you know, the way they handle shit. And now I have some lists for you, because I'm a list maker. And basically, I condensed down, like I have this little Norse book, and it has, like, you know, terms and stuff in it. Basically, I condensed their list into smaller lists and only put more important things down. So we're going to start with the gods and goddesses. Alright, these are pretty much in, like, an ABC order. So, first off, we got Aegir. He is the god of the sea. You know, he's the Norse equivalent of, like, Poseidon, and stuff. So, but you don't see a lot of him, really. He, like, lives down with his wife in his hall, and he just, like, chills at the bottom of the ocean, basically. There's Balder, who is Odin's son. Is even better than Thor. Most people are like, oh, Thor's so awesome. Well, Odin was like, Balder's awesome. Like, Balder was the strong, handsome, everything god. And, he gets killed by, Loki. Balder, nothing can kill him. Okay, I know I just said he dies. Alright. We'll get to that. There's Bragi, another one of Odin's sons, and he's the god of poetry and eloquence. He's married to Idun, the goddess that has the golden apples. Then there's Fjorn, that's Thor's mother, and one of Odin's mistresses. Ymir is a god of healing. You will briefly hear about her, but it's not really in much of importance, but she was the goddess of healing. Forseti, the god of justice, he is Balder's son. And Balder's wife, Nanna, is his mother. Freya, a goddess of fertility, gold, beauty. Also, not a lot of people know, but she is a goddess of witchcraft. Yeah, obviously. Then there's Frey, her twin brother. He's a fertility god, and he's associated with the harvest. Then there's Frigg. That's Odin's wife. She's the head goddess, head honcho. She is, I think she has associations with marriage and things like that. Gefjon is a fertility goddess, and she's connected to Heimdall. He is said to have had 9 mothers. I don't know how that's possible, but apparently he does. And he has, like, really keen eyes. Like, he can see shit from, like, way far away. And he's, like, the lookout of the gods. So he's, like, always on, like, the top of Bifrost, or on top of the Bifrost, or, like, a mountain or something looking down, like, for giants approaching and stuff. And there's Hel. Okay. Now, I put her on the god and goddesses list, and I also put her on the Norse other list. A list where I put other things like animals and stuff like that. because some people describe her as a monster, but she's also the ruler of, like, the Norse underworld, which is named after her, hell. And, so I believe she can go on both lists. It really depends on if you see her as a goddess or if you just perceive her as the monster of the underworld. There's a little bit of a debate about that. But, she's Loki's daughter, and she is half alive and half dead. So, essentially, she's like a zombie. There's Hermod, who is a god who tries to go to the underworld and bring Balder back. Hod is the blind god who was tricked into killing him, Balder. Honir is just like you only hear about him with the trade with the Vanir people, with the Vanir gods. He's like a long-legged dude that they sent. Idun is the holder of the golden apples. And in this case, in the Norse mythology, the golden apples keep you young and keep all the gods young and vibrant, basically, and all powerful. Without the apples, they all turn into old people with their walkers that can't do nothing. Lofn is a goddess who smiles on illicit unions, so like affairs and stuff. Loki is an attractive, mischief-making god. He grows more evil throughout the myths, which is true. He essentially grows more evil, because eventually he kills Balder, and then he gets chained up, and then he's like, fuck you, I'm killing y'all, at Ragnarok. But he starts off as Odin's blood brother and, like, really tight. And you'll notice that all of the mischief Loki does winds up benefiting the gods in the end. So it's like, he creates good out of bad, in a way. Then there's Mimir, a wise god who was traded to the Vanir, but the Vanir killed him, and Odin got his decapitated head and placed it at this well, and, like, you can go and get, or seek his wisdom, and the well is, like, Mimir's well or something. Then there's Navi, Loki's son, by his wife. He was killed by his brother, and his god used his entrails to bind Loki to the rock that they bound him to. Njord is a fertility god, father of Frey and Freya. He's also associated with the wind and the sea, and he has a giantess as his wife. There's the Norns. There are 3 goddesses of destiny: Urd, fate; Skuld, being; and Verdandi, necessity. They basically prophesize and have control of people's fates. Odin is the first and foremost of all the gods. He's the chief. Not only is he the god of battle and stuff like that, he's also a god of poetry and wisdom. And he seeks wisdom like a crack at it. Like, wisdom is his crack. Knowledge is his crack. Rind, she's a goddess and just a mistress of Odin. You don't really hear about her except for, like, in one of the myths where they list off all of the goddesses. Saga is a goddess who drinks with Odin. Odin, like, goes to her hall every day and they just drink. They just get drunk. Sif is Thor's wife. Yeah, Stanley and your stupid movie about Thor. Sif was his wife, not his battle companion, his wife. And she had long golden hair, not your stupid black hair that you gave her, you dumbass. Read mythology once in a while. Siofin, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. Siofin, she's a goddess who inspires human passion. Then there's Sin, the goddess who is invoked by defendants at trials, so she's like your lawyer. Tyr is a god of war. He gave up his right. I want to say right, but I'm not sure. He gave up one of his hands to chain Fenrir, the giant wolf, up so that he couldn't wreak havoc on anyone. He was the only one that would do it to chain him up because everyone else was pussies. There's all god associated with archery and skiing. Var is a goddess of marriage and oaths, and she will kick your ass if you don't keep your marriage vows. Which she probably doesn't like all the cheating that Odin and them do. Vor is a goddess from whom nothing could be hidden. Can't lie to her. It's impossible. Sigyn is Loki's wife, and she's extremely faithful to him. And when he was bound to the rock and venom was hitting him in the face, she held out a bowl to catch the venom for him, so that it wouldn't get on him. That's all the gods and goddesses.